Alright, this is the Monday warm-up sequence. We are going to start with concert F descending. Brass, you should do this one on your mouthpiece. Play along with me on your mouthpiece. Woodwinds, you'll play this on your instrument. Match pitch. Watch releases. Make sure we're ending the note together. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So brass, you won't go back to the beginning on that one. That's the only one you're going to do on your mouthpiece today. And then we're going to play right down the page, long tone 1A, 1B, 1C, and 1D, all in whole notes on your instrument. Concert band, you might find this to be a little bit rough on your face, and that's good. It's meant to exercise you. Here we go. Here we go. 1A. 1, 2, 1A, and ready. Same way. 1, 2, 1B, and ready. C, and 1, 2, 1C, and ready. try to power through. 1, 2, 1D, and ready. Take a quick rest if you need to, and then we're going to jump over to the lip slurs, the warm-up sets that are on the next set of pages, that and then the articulation drill. Set 1, option 4 for everybody. Concert band woodwinds, if that's too intimidating for you, which it probably is, and that's okay, you can do set 1, option 1. For Monday, we're going to slur all of these. So this is going to be fully slurred. 1, 2, ready. And then brass, you're going to do set 2, option 5. Concert band brass, if set 2, option 5 is a little bit aggressive for you, you can do set 2, option 4. Woodwinds, of course, you're going to do set 3, option 4. And 1, 2. Still slowing everything. Change the metronome and we'll do our concert F articulation drill. Okay, 1 and 2 and articulations ready. All right, pause the video if you need to as you turn to your scales, and we'll start with concert B flat. You got a concert B flat scale. Do the same thing each time. Play the scale in the slow melodic version, and then if you want to pause the video and then do a couple more versions on your own, do that. B flat, page 10. 1, 2, 1, and 2, and ready. Pause right here, do double octaves or fasters if you want to. This is page 28, E flat, and 1, 2, ready. Okay. Woodwinds, this is where you can go. If you want, okay? If you want to do the 3-octave clarinets, that would be pretty awesome. All right, and concert F. So turn to concert F, pause if you need to, and here's the concert F major scale. 1, 2, ready. Same idea, double octaves, faster or slower, however you want. Okay, so this is our first lesson on playing ensembles. Really, the lesson today is going to be about how to read an ensemble. The line that you've been assigned today is super easy, so I'm not even going to give you a playing tutorial. You're not going to count it with me or anything like that because it's out of the beginning band book, right? It's lightly row. It's this one right here, okay? So that's the thing. You have to know how to be able to read this, and here's what I mean by that, is that in this case we're doing duets. And when we do music like duets and trios and quartets, the music is arranged into what are called systems. All right, so this is one system. There's two parts in here, the top part and the bottom part, and then they line up together. We call this whole thing a system. Now, the one you're reading today is a piece of cake, right? But on Wednesday and Thursday, you're going to read RLE down at the bottom of the page here. And there's 4 lines, but there's 2 systems. This right here and this right here is one system. This is the second system. Okay, so you have to understand that it's designed in systems. What does that mean? Well, the top part, when you're playing through the top part, you read the top line of the first system, then you read the top line of the second system. Okay, your natural inclination is going to be to read the top line of the first system and then to jump to the second line of the first system. But you skip that. You don't, because this is measure 1, this is also measure 1. This is measure 2, this is also measure 2. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, measure 9, measure 10, measure 11, measure 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, whoops, all highlighted there, right? And then it's the same thing here. You have 1 through 8 of the second part. That's in the first system. Then you jump down to the second part in the second system, and you read that. All right, that'll get more complicated when we get into trios and quartets, but just understand that's how this works. All right, so that's you have to understand that if you're playing the top line in something, you stay on the top line the whole way through. Okay, before you can record this, you need to be able to play the music all the way through correctly without making mistakes. That's why these lines are actually really, really easy for the most part. They're not designed to be really hard to make you practice your brains out. It's about getting you to get through this activity and have some fun with it. So that's why I'm not even going to do a playing thing with this today. Like, you shouldn't need me to count this or play this for you. It's super easy. It's about getting this to line up. So when it comes to lining this up in the a cappella app, All right, there's a couple of things you need to know. Um, you can't half record. It's not like a seesaw where sometimes you guys record a video and then you pause it, and you acapella doesn't work that way. You need to be ready to play both lines. So practice, play through this probably once or twice. That's probably enough times to practice that. Then practice this once or twice. Then you open up the acapella app, and then you record the first part, and then you immediately record the second part. And then the app will line them up for you. Now, the thing with the app lining things up is it really helps to have a metronome, having a second device. So whether it's sitting next to another computer or having another phone or another tablet next to you, playing a metronome on one of the tracks. So on the videos that I posted prior to this, I only had the metronome going in one track. And then when you're recording the second video or the third video or the fourth video, you're listening to that first video and you're listening to the metronome in that first video, and then you can line it up with that. It also helps if you count off first and go 1 and 2, and if you do that first, that helps you when you're listening to that. When you're recording the second and third videos, that's helpful too. The last thing is the Bluetooth. Okay, there's a delay with Bluetooth, right? So if you've ever watched a YouTube video with Bluetooth, you guys have probably noticed that the lips and what you hear in your head are off very, very slightly. And when you're doing that and recording at the same time, that doubles the amount of delay, and that means that the app will not be able to line it up. It can't compensate for Bluetooth. So if you're using headphones or a Bluetooth speaker, that won't work. You see in my videos, I'm using a headphones, but those are wired. I actually had to get the wire adapter for my phone so I could use the headphones, just because my bass clarinet playing is so loud I can't hear myself. I can't hear the phone, right? So that's why I had to do it that way. So this line is easy, and the main purpose today is to open up the acapella app and learn to play a duet with yourself. Like, learn to record the two videos and put them side by side and make them line up. And that's all this week is going to be. And then, tomorrow we'll mess with Conquering Hero. Okay. Once as anything else, once you get it, you can save it and you can upload it to Seesaw. All right.